In this video, we are going to explore what a cost objective means in relation to documenting time and effort. Under the Uniform Grant Guidance, a cost objective is defined as a specific program, function, activity, award, organizational subdivision, contract, or work unit for which cost data are needed. In simple terms, a cost objective is a set of work activities allowable under a particular funding source or sources. It is important to note that time and effort reporting is not based on how you are paid or your funding source, but on the work that is performed, or the cost objective. A cost objective is not the same as a cost code. Cost objectives include two types of objectives: a single cost objective or multiple cost objective. A cost code, on the other hand, is an account code assigned to the financial system to track revenue and expenditures for state, local, and federal funds. Common terms include cost structure, accounting string, and budget code. Oftentimes, there is a belief that if individuals are paid under multiple cost codes, then time and effort will follow the multiple cost objective requirements. Let's take a closer look at the difference between the two types of cost objectives. There are two types of cost objectives: a single cost objective and a multiple cost objective. A single cost objective is a single function or work activity. A single cost objective can benefit multiple federal grants. A multiple cost objective is when an employee works on more than one function, grant, or activity, and the activities performed may not be considered a single cost objective. The frequency of time and effort certification depends on the cost objective and the LEA's time and effort policies and procedures. If an employee works solely on a single cost objective, charges for that employee's salary and wages must be supported by periodic certifications that the employee works solely on that program or cost objective for the period covered by the certification. Examples of a single cost objective include a teacher who spends 100% of their time providing only school-wide program services under Title I-A. A counselor spends 100% of their time providing counseling services funded 50% out of Title IV-A and 50% out of general funds. A school-based staff member in a Title I-A school-wide school, assigned to work full-time on providing professional development to teachers as part of the school's improvement plan, funded 50% out of Title I-A and 50% out of the Title I School Improvement Grant. A multiple cost objective occurs when an employee works on more than one function or activity. The activities performed may not be considered a single cost objective. Employees who work on multiple activities or cost objectives are required to maintain monthly personnel activity reports, or PARs, to support the distribution of their salaries or wages. Examples of a multiple cost objective include a teacher who provides instruction to students 50% of the time through general funds and spends the remaining 50% of the time as a TOSA, providing professional learning to teachers as part of Title II-A. A Title I-A coordinator who spends 20% of their work time on administrative tasks and 80% providing supplemental instructional services directly to eligible students. A budget or fiscal position or administrative assistant or clerical staff, whose job duties provide multiple functions to one or more eligible programs. Time and effort certification requirements depend on the type of cost objective. Semi-annual certification is required for an employee that works on a single cost objective. Certification occurs after the fact and accounts for the total activity. It is signed by the employee and a supervisor and is prepared every 6 months or at least twice a year. Monthly certification is required for an employee that works on multiple cost objectives. Certification occurs after the fact and accounts for total activity. It is signed by the employee and a supervisor and is prepared at least monthly and is often referred to as a Personnel Activity Report, or PAR. Keep in mind, it is possible for an individual to perform work under a single cost objective, even if they are paid under more than one federal award, or paid under a federal and non-federal award. The key to determining whether an individual is performing work under a single cost objective is whether the employee's salary and wages can be supported in full from each of the federal awards on which the employee is working. For questions involving time and effort reporting or cost objectives, please reach out to ODE. Now, please return to the module for the next learning activity.